Continuing with Yirmiyahu Pasuk Zayin. V'ata, and you, al titpalel ba'ada amazeh v'al tisa ba'adam rina b'tfilah. Don't daven, don't pray on behalf of these people, and don't lift up for them song and prayer. V'al tipgabi, and don't pray to me. Ki einenu shomea otak, I will not listen to you. Now, first of all, we have to understand mi amar lami. So now it's Hashem Amar Yirmiyahu. Before it was Yirmiyahu speaking to Bnei Yisrael. Now Yirmiyahu is quoting Hashem while he's speaking to Bnei Yisrael. He's really quoting what God is saying to him. And God is saying to him, don't daven for this nation. And we see there are three different words here. Al titpalel ba'adam hazeh, v'al tisa ba'adam rina b'tfilah. Don't lift up in prayer and song. V'al tipgabi, and another word for prayer as well. I won't listen to you. Hashem is saying literally, the time for prayer is over. You can't daven for Bnei Yisrael anymore. Don't you see what they're doing in the cities of Yehuda, in the courtyards of Yerushalayim? Remember, Yirmiyahu is talking in the courtyard of the Beit HaMikdash. People are going to pray to God. But here he is telling them that in reality, don't you see what they're really doing? Habanim malaktim etim, and now it describes in detail how the entire family is involved in avodah zarah, in idol worship, and really sacrificing to the idols. Habanim malaktim etim, the sons gather wood. Havot miva'arim et ha'esh, and the fathers make the fire. Vanashim lashot betzek, and the mothers make the dough into a cake, into a bread. Lasot kavanim, to make a special star-shaped bread, l'melechet hashamayim, for the queen in heaven. In other words, basically they're the star that's in the heaven, and the star is called melechet hashamayim, and they make star-shaped bread as a sacrificial rite to pray to the star. Vasek nesachim le'elohim achirim, and they pour libation to false gods, other gods, l'man achisei, to make me mad. So it describes in detail the entire family, the family that prays together to idols, makes God angry together. How machisim nu Hashem? Hashem says, are they really making me angry? Hello, otam leman boshet pneim. It's really going to come back on them. It's making them mad because it's going to be a big embarrassment in their face. In other words, really, God isn't the one who's hurt when you worship idols, but you are. Lachein kol amar Hashem Elokim. Thus says Hashem, Hinei api v'chamati. My anger, my burning wrath, the tekat el makom hazeh, is burning, is kindling against this place. Al adam v'al be'ema, on man and animal, al et hasadeh, on trees, al pri adama, on the fruit of the land, u'varav v'lo tichbeh, it will burn them, and it will not be satiated. So we see here an idea, and this time we have the idea of burning, and api v'chamati, and the tekat, v'lo tichbeh, and it won't be extinguished. And what's all that burning? It's a fire against the Beit HaMikdash. Hashem's going to burn down the temple. Ko amar Hashem tzvaot alei Yisrael. Thus said Hashem. Now Yirmiyahu is quoting God. Olotechem sifu al zivchechem. The klu basar. Yirmiyahu says, you should take your olas. Olas are the burnt offering that are completely burnt to God. Leave them on the altar and eat the meat. In other words, they're worthless. They're not holy. You should eat them like peace offerings. Kilo dibarti et abotechem velo tiviti biyom hotzi otam me'eret mitzrayim al divrei olah v'zava. I didn't speak to your forefathers. I didn't command them on the day that I took them out of Mitzrayim to make an olah, to make a completely burnt offering, or a zevach, a sacrifice. Now, obviously, this is problematic. The question that you should have to answer, really Hashem did speak. Didn't Hashem tell them to bring the Korban Pesach the day they left Egypt? But here Hashem is saying, I didn't speak to them on the day they left Egypt to bring sacrifices. You want to know what God really spoke to them when they left Egypt? Shimu b'koli, to listen to me. V'iti lachem lelokim, and then you'll be Hashem for a God. Continuing. Ki im et hadavar hazeh siviti otam le'mor. Because this thing I commanded you, saying, Shimu b'koli, listen to my voice, v'iti lachem lelokim, and I will be for you Hashem, a God, v'atem tiyuli la'am, and you will be a nation, V'alaktem b'chol haderech asher atzava etchem, and you will go in all the way that I command you, l'man yitav lachem, to be good for you. So this is the paraphrase. When did Hashem say this? This is when Hashem says, "V'atem tiyu li mamlechet kohanim v'goy kadosh," by the giving of the Torah in Parshat Yitro. Hashem says that you will be my God and I will be your nation. Hashem says that if you make me your God and I will be your nation, and command you to be good. So this is the reference to Ma'amad Har Sinai to Matan Torah. You should look that up in Parshat Yitro and Parshat Mishpatim. And you should have made Hashem your God, and then I would be your nation. Hashem would v'lo shamu. You didn't listen. Lo itu et naznam, and you didn't follow your ears. V'yalchu b'mosot, and you went by your own ideas, your own etzot, your own suggestion. B'shvut libam hara, by the good, by whatever was good in your heart, even though it was evil. You went to the back and not to the front. You didn't follow me, you followed away from me. From the day that you left Egypt until today, you were following other things. In other words, from the very moment that you became my people, you were following the other ways as well, as we know, even in the Midbar and later on. And I sent all my servants, the prophet, Yom Hashkem V'Shaloach. I sent them to go up and send. In other words, I sent you warnings, I sent you prophets, Yirmiyahu is saying. I am one of those. But I sent you all the time that if you will be my God, you will make Hashem your God, then Hashem will make you his nation. V'lo shamu elai. You did not listen to me, Hashem says. V'lo itu az naznam. You didn't turn your ears. V'yakshu et arpam. Hereu mevatam. And you stiffened your neck. You were even worse than your forefathers. V'dibarta aleim et kol advar ma'ela v'lo yishmo elecha. And you spoke all these things, and you still didn't listen. V'karata aleim v'lo yanucha. And you will call to them, they won't answer. Or even the prophets speak to you, and it doesn't help at all. V'amarta aleim. And you'll say about the Jewish people, this is the nation that didn't listen to the word of Hashem. V'lo lachu musar, they didn't take rebuke. Avda emunah, their faith is lost. V'nikrata mipihem, it's been cut down from your mouth. So this is a reference to what you did. Instead of following Hashem, instead of listening to the prophets, and you see all the words for listen, shamu, aznam, instead of all this, and you didn't listen, and you didn't take musar from the prophet's words, you didn't take notice of what they were saying. Instead, all you do is you bring sacrifices. And Hashem says, I don't want the sacrifices. The point of me bringing you out of Egypt was not that you should bring sacrifices. It was, bottom line, that you should become my people. And what is my people? A mamlechet kohanim, v'goy kadosh, a nation of priests, a holy people, a people who will be the example to listen to Hashem. And rather than that, you became the example of people who don't listen to Hashem.